participants are requested to occupy the respective seats in the DJ hall immediately. The head of the departments are requested to kindly occupy the seats on the dais. Getting a graduation is a milestone. It tells you how far you have come. Keep learning, keep accomplishing, and keep venturing on through your journey. A very good evening to all the dignitaries on and off the dais, head of the departments, faculty members, parents, and students. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the graduation day of 2020 batch of College of Engineering Trivandrum. This is a much-awaited event in every student's life, as it gives the returns to the efforts put in by them throughout their academic endeavor. It gives a sense of achievement and a sense of responsibility towards fulfilling further commitments. Be proud that you are a part of one of the prestigious institutions of the country, College of Engineering Trivandrum. Every ceremony needs the blessings of God. We have Archa, Jayalakshmi and Devu Prakashan of final year MBA for the prayer.
നന്നാകട്ടെ മതമേതുമാകട്ടെ മാനവഹൃത്തിൻ ചില്ലയിലെല്ലാം മാൻപുകൾ വിടരട്ടെ സൗഹൃദസിദ്ധികൾ പൂത്താൽ സൗവർണാഭ പരന്നാൽ സുരഭില ജീവിത മാധുരി വീശും സമസ്തമരുളുകയല്ലോ സത്യം ലക്ഷ്യമതാകട്ടെ ധർമ്മം പാതയതാകട്ടെ ഹൈന്ദവ ക്രൈസ്തവ ഇസ്ലാമികളുടെ കൈകളിണങ്ങിയിടട്ടെ കൈകളിണങ്ങിയിടട്ടെ കൈകളിണങ്ങിയിടട്ടെ.
I would like to invite our principal, Dr. Suresh Babu, for the welcome address.
Honorable Minister for Higher Education and Social Justice, Dr. R. Bindu, respected Director of Technical Education, Dr. Baijubai TP, respected Additional Secretary for Higher Education, Sri Ajayan C, respected Dean PG Studies, Dr. Sunil Edward, Dean Research, Dr. Lakshmi A, Dean International Affairs, Dr. Bindu GR, former Head of Departments, Professor Jaykrishna Raj Ji, respected Head of Departments, dear faculty and staff of CET, my dear graduates and family members. It is an honor and privilege for me to welcome you all to the graduation ceremony. College of Engineering Trivandrum, established in 1939, is completing 83 years of its glorious journey this year. For the years, CET is imparting quality engineering education, and our alumni exceeding 50,000 in number excel across the world in various domains of engineering, management, and education, serving the humanity and contributing to the nation-building process. Our alumni occupies top positions in MNCs, public sector, state, and central government. Engineers perform the role of transforming scientific knowledge into products and services for the benefit of the society. Our graduates are there at the forefront for this role. I wish all success to you as engineers and congratulate you for becoming graduates under the brand of CET. CET had a humble beginning with 3 UG programs in electrical engineering, civil engineering, and mechanical engineering with an intake of 18 each. Now, CET offers 8 UG programs, 29 PG programs, and PhD programs in all departments, with an overall student strength of over 5,000. We have around 300 faculty, 250 technical staff, and 300 ministerial and support staff. We are in the process of preparing a master plan with a vision to transform CET to a center of excellence in engineering education with international standards. We have plans to strengthen teaching learning process and research through effective implementation of outcome-based education with a focus on research and collaboration. Schemes for enhancing research by PG and UG students will be implemented. A special fund under PTA has already been constituted to promote research activities by students and bringing in experts in various fields to interact with our students. Government support in the form of fellowship to all full-time researchers who are not in receipt of scholarships, fellowships, is expected to attract good research scholars to CET. Recently, a position of Dean International Affairs has been created internally with an objective to enhance collaborations with institutes and industries through which joint research, joint projects, training programs, joint degrees, sharing of students, faculty, etc. may be explored. The Dean will get immense support from our international alumni network. We have been recently shortlisted for a Center of Excellence in Urban Affairs by the Central Urban Affairs Ministry. The award of the scheme will be based on an expert visit during the next month and report thereon. A proposal for Center of Excellence in Environmental Engineering has also been initiated. The Architecture Department of CET serves as nodal agency for barrier-free campuses. We have submitted expression of interest for becoming a model accessible institution under AICT, which aims at developing and implementing technological solutions for differently abled students. We take up several socially relevant projects, some of which are preparation of master plan for Nilakal Base Camp, designing buildings for flood-affected areas of Kollam, Pathanamthitta, and Alappuzha districts, empowering women of nearby residents associations. The NIRF ranking of the institution is 95, and the ranking for Architecture Department is 11. US is a batch who had gone through the hurdles due to pandemic in the conduct of classes, exams, and results. Even during the hard times, you were able to back good results and placements which contributed to the ranking of the institution also. I congratulate each one of you in acquiring graduation from this prestigious institution, which is a dream of every engineering aspirant in Kerala. Recently, we received 2 patents of high impacts. One is for developing a cancer-resistant organic compound by a team led by Dr. Annette Fernandez of Chemistry Department, and the other for developing a cutting fluid from rice bran oil by a team led by Dr. Rani S. of Mechanical Engineering Department and Dr. Arif Muhammad of Chemistry Department. I congratulate the entire team behind the research leading to these patents. The institution will support them to continue the research to convert the patents to valuable products. Our alumni actively associate with its alma mater in various activities, distributing laptops to more than 250 needy students during the pandemic, special alumni group to strengthen placements and internships, alumni group for improving NIRF ranking, another group working on research and publications, a team working on our master plan, various students' clubs under guidance of alumni are some among them. Our campus regained its vigor by changing over to offline classes and through various cultural, technical, and academic events after a long break due to the pandemic. This year, we are convening the graduation ceremony for 2019, 2020, and 2021 pass-out batches in a row. Today is for the 2020 pass-out batch. This is a nostalgic moment of reunion with the alma mater, as well as receiving the prestigious certificate of commemoration. It is my privilege to welcome Honorable Minister for Higher Education and Social Justice, Dr. R. Bindu, to the graduation ceremony. The Honorable Minister and the Government of Kerala have a plan to elevate CET to an institution of excellence with international standards in alignment with the proposed vision of CET. Honorable Minister has accepted our invitation with pleasure and graced this occasion with her presence. I welcome you, ma'am, on behalf of CET and every CETian assembled here. Our Director of Technical Education, Dr. Baiju Bhai, has associations with CET as a faculty, and she always extends support for all our activities. Welcome you, ma'am, to preside over this function. Sri Ajayan C, Additional Secretary, Higher Education Department, extends support to all our activities, especially where we need approvals and orders from government. I welcome you, sir, to this graduation ceremony. I welcome all deans, heads of departments, former head of departments, all faculty and staff of CET. Finally, I welcome all graduates. This is the day for you, and you are the shining stars of the day. Welcome each one of you for the ceremony. I also welcome the family members of graduates present here to witness the proud moment of graduation of their ward. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your earnest welcome address. Now we have Dr. Baiju Bhai TP, Director of Technical Education, for the presidential address.
Chief guest of today's function, Honorable Minister for Higher Education and Social Justice, Dr. Bindu, Madam, and Additional Secretary of Higher Education, Sri Ajay, and other distinguished guests on the dais and off the dais, dear colleagues of CET, graduates, and dear family members. Indeed, I am very happy to see the fresh and enthusiastic scholars of CET assembled here, and happy to attend the graduation day of CET for the 2020 batch. As the principal told, we know the pandemic situation actually affected CET's convocation ceremony programs for the last 3 years, and they have planned to conduct this program in successive of 3 days. And here also, I know many of you might have been placed in or maybe entered into the career world by this time. And my congratulations to those who secured job, and best wishes for those who are pursuing for that. indeed, it's a proud moment for you. If you consider this course in or your program in CET as the academic race, you now reached the finishing line, and you have won the race by securing ranks in the respective disciplines and acquiring B.Tech degree, M.Tech degree, and Ph.D degree, and PhD and MBA degree. And we all know that acquiring this degree again from the institution, the eminent institution CET, it adds to your glory. And ever since the inception, CET maintains its eminence as the leading institute in Kerala as well as in our nation. And we have seen that it's reflected in the NIRF ranking also. And considering our technical education, we can say that technical education is focused on imparting education to young generation and enabling them to contribute to the social development and the quality of the life of the society. And after completing the according to the programs, after completing the program, your courses in CET, you have now reached to that level. You are now going to graduate. And when we think about that technical education in our state, we can say quantitatively the expansion of technical education, that is to some extent, it is in the satisfactory level. But regarding the qualitative aspect, we need very serious introspection. And then that means we have a very good quality teachers, meritorious students in our institutions, but there is some concern about the outcome of our programs. And mainly, I think we have observed that also. We can see that the concern mainly based on the, we lack some of the points. That is, we lack among the students, there is a, competitive aspiration we lack, and we lack a very ample drive of the faculty for research. So we have to think about it, because all sectors we have seen that we are concerned about the quality of higher education. And this level I can say that we are very fortunate to have our Honorable Minister to lead the activities of higher education. And under her very successful and visionary guidance, I'm sure that we can achieve what all the targets, or we can enhance or elevate the standards of higher education, and both academic and administrative reforms. These are already in the background work, it's already going on, and sure we can attain that level also. And coming back to this CETians, you have okay. After acquiring this degrees, you are going to enter into the career world, and I hope you will always keep the standard or the eminence of CET wherever field you are going to work. And with these few words, I wish all success, those who have achieved the high levels, all success for you, a bright future, and all the best for all of you. Thank you all. And I invite Honorable Minister for the inauguration of this function. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for the address. We have with us Dr. R. Bindu, Honorable Minister for Higher Education and Social Justice, as our chief guest of the day. Even though she's a known personality to all of us, let me read out a brief profile about her. She has a PhD in English Literature and was the head of English Department and Vice Principal of Sri Kerala Varma College. She is the first women mayor of Thrissur Municipal Corporation and is also a Central Committee member of the All India Democratic Women's Association. She was a member of the Senate and the Syndicate of the Calicut University, and she's one of the 3 women ministers appointed in the cabinet. We are really privileged to have you as our chief guest of the day. Requesting our chief guest to formally inaugurate the ceremony by lighting the lamp. I request other dignitaries on the stage to join our chief guest.
सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्।
Thank you all. Now I request our chief guest to kindly deliver the graduation address.
Respected Chairperson of the meeting, Dr. Baijubai TP, DTE, respected Principal, Dr. Suresh Babu, respected dignitaries on and off the dais, and dear fresh graduates. At the very outset, let me express my intense delight in addressing the young engineering graduates who are grooming themselves to be the leaders of the postmodern world of 21st century, which is characterized by an accelerated technological development. You are at the same time the products and creators of a brave new world, a world where everything is determined by technology and the human aspiration behind technological inventions and innovations. We live in the age of information rupture and scientific advancements in all fronts of human life. This is an age in which AI, artificial intelligence, intelligence artificially created by human beings, exerts dominance over human brain. The problem of man versus machine has acquired new dimensions, and eventually machine has proclaimed its victory over man in the unprecedented explosion of knowledge and technological inventions. The world's advancement in the last couple of centuries has depended almost entirely on the growth of science and technology. The history of the growth of the world's civilizations has been concurrent to the history of developments in technology. If the world in 21st century looks unrecognizably different from the vantage point of 18th or 19th century, The reason is the gadgets and devices we have crowded around us. Digital devices determine the ways in which we live. From automobiles to communication equipments to electrical gadgets that thickly populate our kitchens, technological advancements have changed our lives mostly for the better, though sometimes for the worse. Our lives have become faster, more comfortable, less laborsome. This advantage of scientific and technological growth involves research and development, new inventions and discoveries, and translation of ideas into socially useful products that help our population lead life more comfortably and meaningfully. As students of technology, it is the responsibility of the graduates who are being conferred with their degrees today to dedicate themselves to society and its well-being. The society around you, the geographical locale to which you are rooted. We are facing problems of great dimensions on a daily basis. A fast eroding environment, energy crisis that is augmented by the fast depleting reserve of fossil fuels, natural disasters that are caused by global warming and climate change, a myriad sets of diseases, including global pandemics that necessitate readjustments in our daily life, the need to communicate and travel faster with an increasingly fast life, and so on. The question we now confront is apparently related to the readiness of our educated class to work towards their solutions in a manner that helps the needy among us. The ability of the educated to utilize the knowledge they have acquired to improve the quality of life in society, especially of the most underprivileged among us. Our technological institutes now produce qualified engineers who can carry out a set of tasks that our society ordinarily sets out for them. But it is time we started them on a more demanding and infinitely more useful path of research, innovation, and entrepreneurship that will create new and more affordable technologies that will take our economy forward and keep it safe from being crippled by unexpected challenges like a global pandemic or natural disaster. We are now thinking of rebuilding Kerala as a state that upholds the Renaissance values that were established by our great visionary leaders, a state that can face the challenges of the new world with the help of knowledge. In the Kerala Model Knowledge Society, the role of engineers is great. We have to discover new technologies, develop more modern facilities, facilitate new jobs, and reinvent our economy using a perpetually reproduced quantum of knowledge, and use this to transform our society into the welfare society that we dream about. We have to make it barrier-free for our differently abled. We have to make it more accessible to our socially disadvantaged. We have to build a society that is friendlier to our women and give greater options to our children. By constantly reimagining our technology, our engineers can hopefully help us achieve all these in a short period of time. I think it's time our technically trained graduates started exploiting the government's determined attempts to encourage startups where new and challenging ideas can be experimented and transformed into profitable enterprises. The graduates honored today must remember that the society has heavily invested in them. It is time for them to repay the debt by adding to the growth of our society and by refueling the economy through their entrepreneurship. When you make a living out of the knowledge you have acquired from here, remember the poorest among us who have worked to provide for your education. Your productive existence in society must be the contribution that you make to increase the common pool of resources that will improve life around us. I take this opportunity to congratulate each one of the graduates for the hard work and dedication that they have shown to make them successful during this very demanding educational task. To become an engineering graduate is in itself an achievement, but to become a good engineer is a greater attainment. It's different. I hope you will belong to that category and wish all of you a productive and bright future. With these words, I conclude. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for the inspiring and thought-provoking words. The most awaited moment of every graduate's life has come, the graduation ceremony. Let's initiate the ceremony by conferring the certificates. First and foremost, let's congratulate the outstanding students, the rank holders. I request Dean International Affairs, Dr. Bindu GR, to announce the names of the B.Tech toppers from all the specializations.
Honorable Minister, with your permission,
I
let me read out the list of toppers in the B.Tech degree.
I request our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. R. Bindu, to hand over the certificates and respected Director of Technical Education to give away the medals.
From the Civil Engineering branch, Mr. Khanashyam G. Industrial Engineering, Ms. Kirtana S. Nair. Computer Science and Engineering, Ms. Swati Mohan. From Architecture, B.Arch, Ms. Bini Givergis. Special congratulations to all the toppers and congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
Now I request our PG Dean, Dr. Sinul Edward, to announce the M.Tech, MBA and MCA toppers.
M.Tech Environmental Engineering, Steffi Chaco. M.Tech Geoinformatics, Aradhi Nair G.R. M.Tech Geotechnical Engineering, Mahima D. M.Tech Hydraulic Engineering, Nima M. Anil. M.Tech Traffic and Transportation Engineering, Karthik S. M.Tech Manufacturing and Automation, Gregory P. Matthews. M.Tech Industrial Engineering, Altaf S. Mohammed. M.Tech Guidance and Navigation Control, Varsha J. Lal. M.Tech Applied Electronics and Instrumentation, Deepa Muralidharan. M.Tech Signal Processing, Unnikrishnan M.S. M.Tech Information Security, Soumya J. Master of Architecture, Jinsi Verghese. MBA, Kavya V. Master of Computer Applications, Advaita Manohar.
Let me request our Research Dean, Dr. Lakshmi A., to announce the names of the PhD holders.
Jayashree MS from Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. Chandni GS from Electronics and Communication Engineering. Anita Edison from Electronics and Communication Engineering. Smita PS, Electronics and Communication Engineering. Nuruddin M from MBA. Congratulations all the graduates.
Continuing with the conferring of certificates, let's start with the Civil Engineering Department. We have with us Dr. N. Unnikrishnan, Head of the Department, Civil, to announce the names of the graduates.
Abhiram S. Babu. Abin Jose. Ahmad Saftar Air. Aisha M. Harris. Aishwarya Raj. Akhil George Thomas. Akshay Ranjit. Alan Boban. Alisha PM. Ansia Cherian. Anjana Sri. Anu Vijay. Anjurath TR. Anne Sophie. Anupama Anil Kumar. Anurag SS. Arun Kumar H. Arya KV. Asna Shirin VM. Ashwati Sabu. Atira. ആതിര M.K., ആതിര M.S., ബെനീറ്റ നിഷിൽ, ബിൻസി P.T., ബിസ്മി N.A., ഡാറിൻ P. സാബു, ദേവിപ്രിയ B., ദേവിക ഷാമി, ദിൽഷാൻ P., ഡോണ മരിയ, ഗോപിക കൃഷ്ണൻ VL, ഹസ്ന ഹനീഫ്, ജസ്റ്റിൻ മാത്യു ജോസഫ്, മേഘ ജയകുമാർ, മേഘ S. നാരായണൻ, മേഘ്ന മുരളി, മുഹമ്മദ് ഷിക്കാഫ്, മുഹമ്മദ് ഷബീർ VK, മുഹമ്മദ് സുഹൈൽ CR, നസീഫ CK, നസ്ല V, നീലാഞ്ജന KT, പ്രവീൺ ജോസ്, രേഷ്മ AS, റിസ്വാന KS, സച്ചിൻ സുനിൽ, സന്ദേശ് VH, ഷബാന S, ഷംജാസ് ഇബ്രാഹിം, ശേഖ മോഹൻ, ശ്രദ്ധ ഹരി, സ്മൃതി SM, സോണി സണ്ണി, ശ്രീഷ NP, ശ്രേയ TU, സുരാജ് ഉദയ്, വിസ്മയ T, ഷാഹുൽ ബാബു, ഷഹന K, P. അയ്യപ്പൻ, ഹാജിറബായി A, Annamma Varghese, Arunsha S, Adira T.M., Indu P. Nath, Ramadevi S, Ria R, Roshna Mary, Shadia, S.H. Anjali, Surya M, Tara M.V., Amrita M.A., Adira Shobhan, Darshana D.S., John Francis, Joske George, Karthika VP, Nimisha S, Sheetal J, Sri Lakshmi, Shruti Sridhar, Vishak Adolf, Adira T, Adira B, Anju Rajan, Arun Shankar K.M., Arya R. Chandran, Atul Ashok, Gautam M.N., Meryl Susan, Sanjana N, Suji S, Vishnu D, Muhammad Asar Abdu, Rohit Ravikumar, thank you so much, and my best wishes for all the graduates from the Civil Engineering Department. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Dear graduates, let's move on to the next stage of graduation day ceremony, the administering of oath. Requesting all of you to rise for the oath, and I request our principal, Dr. Suresh Babuvi, to administer the oath to the graduates. All are requested to please rise for the oath.
We, the graduates of College of Engineering Trivandrum, hereby pledge that we shall bind by our honor to be diligently honest in all our endeavors. That we shall uphold the integrity of our profession and the honor of this prestigious institution. That we shall be at the service of our society without any reservations when the knowledge we have acquired is asked for. That we shall uphold the unity and heritage and hold steadfast to the history of our nation, and that we shall utilize our skills as an engineer and a human for the inclusive development and betterment of this world.
Thank you, sir. We have come to the most interesting part of the graduation day, the tasseling ceremony. The graduation tassel is a symbol of success. Moving the tassel from right to left is a symbolic of conferring the degrees. This ceremony signifies a person's transition from a student to a graduate. Dear graduates, be ready for the tasseling, where you are supposed to move your tassel from right to left. I request the B.Tech and the B.Arch toppers to please come on to the stage. And let me take this opportunity to request Dr. Bindu, ma'am, to turn the tassel of the toppers. Along with them, all the graduates assembled here in the hall are requested to turn the tassel from right to left. Thank you, ma'am. Requesting our principal to hand over a memento to our chief guest as a token of gratitude. Moving on with the conferring of certificates, we have Dr. Unnikrishnan V.S., Head of the Department of Mechanical Engineering, to announce the names of the graduates. The graduates are requested to get onto the dais as the names are announced. I request C. Ajayan, Additional Secretary, Higher Education Department, to hand over the certificate, and Sunil Edward, sir, to hand over the medals.
We start with the B.Tech Mechanical Engineering, Mr. Abdul Adil T.P. Mr. Abhinoj S. Mr. Abin Shah K. Shaji. Mr. Ajit Dominic Xavier. Mr. Amardev M.A. Mr. Ankit B. Nambiar. Mr. Arjun S. Nair. Mr. Godwin Tom George. Mr. Jitin A. Luke. Mr. Krishna Kumar N. Mr. Mithun P.M. Mr. Muhammad Afif K. Mr. Nitin Manoharan. Mr. Rahul Daniel. Mr. Srihari K.N. Mr. Sriraj R.M. Mr. V.S. Saurabh. Mr. Vaishak. Mr. Vishal Ravi. Mr. Avilash C.D. Mr. Sudhish R. Mr. Jain John. Mr. Abhiram. Mr. B.Tech Industrial Engineering. Abi Hussain. Ms. Anagha B. Shivadas. Mr. Anandu Sridhar. Ms. Asha Madhu. Ms. Ashwini K. Mr. Radul Krishnan D. Mr. Bolden Lalson. Mr. Emmanuel Jimon. Ms. Grishma Suresh. Ms. Harida M.M. Ms. Jamima and Biju. Mr. Karthik V. Nair. Ms. Leija J. Ms. Megha Shibu. Ms. Revati M. Rishi Madhav Chandran. Mr. Surabhil R. Subhash. Mr. Vinay Saji Matthew. Next M.Tech students. Ananda Narayan K.R. Saradi M.S. Mr. Ashwajit R.S. Ms. Manisha F. Ms. Pavitra Shankar. Ms. Shemi S.N. Ms. Teresa R.S. Ms. Vishnupriya L. Ms. Vishnupriya R.C. Mr. Ashwin Chandran S. Mr. Gogol Biju. Mr. N.M. Naufal. Mr. CBSP. Mr. Vishnu S. Prasad. Mr. Akshay Venugopal. Mr. Ando Joseph. Mr. Sandeep S.B. Mr. Vivek K.V. Mr. Vaishak V.V. Mr. Muhammad Ali. Mr. Sajid R.S. Ms. Akhila S.L. Mr. Akhil Suresh S. Mr. Arun Kumar S. Mr. J. Vishesh Rayar. Mr. Karthik Deep M. And Mr. Vishnu A.P. Congratulations to all the graduates. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now let's hear the names of the graduates from Electrical Engineering Department from the head of the department, Dr. Xavier J.S., requesting our principal to hand over the certificates and Dr. Bindu G.R. to hand over the medals.
Okay, graduates from Electrical Engineering Department, B.Tech first. Abhiram S. Abhinay Raj S.S. Aditya Shailesh. Aishwarya T.P. Akhil B.J. Akshay K. Alan Sunny. Alina P. Boni. Angita Sridhar. Anjali Manoj. Anjali R. Pillai. Anupama Krishnan. Deepak Krishnan G. Dion Das. Ganga LD. Girish VV. Govind KP. Harishankar V. Harry Edathel. Joseph Kurian. KP Muhammad Riaz. Kevin T. Wilson. Malavika JK. Malavika Vijayan. Maria Sharon Paul. Matthew Chetipura. Muhammad Shafiq. Mubaris Arif. Muhammad Bashir KT. Nitin Philip Joseph. PN Hamras Samad. Priyanka R. Priyanka Susan Sebastian. Rashmi Priya V. Sandy Fred. Shafaz Hussain S. Shalakha Suraj. Shibin Joshua Babu. Siddharth S. Titus Manoj. Now we have after this we have the graduates of M.Tech Electrical Engineering. Arif A. Amal A. Amrita VP. Ansia YS. Archa P. Lal. Devi Nandana. Grishma Susan John. Meghna SL. Princey Philippos. Priska Kuriakos. Smriti Nair. Vishnu VS. Angel Maria Kuriakos. Anjali Ramachandran. Asim Ali. Gigi JK. Lakshmi R. Mithila S. Das. Muhammad Faisal I. Fatima A. Krishna M. Reshma M.S. Nias Naushad. Amrita M.V. Best wishes to all the students graduating in this year. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. All the graduates, once after receiving the certificates and medals, are requested to remain in their respective seats till the ceremony gets over. Moving on, requesting our Professor Jayakrishna Raj of Electronics and Communication Engineering to announce the names of the graduates. I request Director of Technical Education Baijubai TD to hand over the certificates and Research Dean Dr. Lakshmi to hand over the medals.
Adarshas. Amarnath S. Arathi Nair M. Ashna Mariam Monsi. Adira M. J. Bharat Govind. Giver Jose. Gobika Lakshmi. Hanna Jasmine. Midun Raj S. Navija Sajivan. Nivedita DS. Ramdas Prasad. Riya Susan Viju. Sanjay J. Alex. Shapna M.I. Shema Susan Thomas. Shruti Sandosh. Shweta Prince. Uma Yu. Vaishnav R. Ashwati J.S. Vinod TV. Gino George. Sudha Kumari. Anish Kumar C.M. V. Vipin. രജനി വി എസ്, നൗഷാദ് അലി എം കെ, അനിൽകുമാർ ബി എസ്, സിനി എസ് എൽ, അജ്മൽ റഹ്മാൻ ഐ, അഖിൽ എ ബി, അക്ഷയ് സി, അക്ഷയ് കെ സി, ഫാത്തിമ നിഷ്മ ടി കെ, അലൻ സിബി, അമൃത ഷാജി, ആനന്ദ് എസ്, അഞ്ജന കെ, അഞ്ജന ബി വിജയ്, അനു മരിയ ബേബി, അശ്വതി എസ്, അശ്വിൻ എ, അതുൽ മനാസ്, ദക്ഷിണ സി എസ്, ദൃശ്യ ദാമോദരൻ, എഡ്ഗാർ ബെൻ റോഹൻ, എലിസ ജോസ്, ഗോവിന്ദ് എച്ച്, ഹഫീദ വി, ഹരിത എം, ജീഷ്മ സി, ജീഷ്മ സി, ജിനി എസ് ബിജു, ജിതിൻ ബാബു എൻ എൻ, കുമാരി പ്രിയങ്ക, മനു പ്രതാപ് എം, മീനാക്ഷി മുരളീധരൻ, മുബാഷിറ സി പി, നബിത എം, നവമി എസ്, നവീൻ ആൻഡ്രോസ് വർഗീസ്, നീതുമോൾ എ ജി, നിബ്രാസ് അലി, പാർവതി എൽ, റഹീൻ അസ്ലാം, സതി പി, സ്നേഹ ജെ ആർ, സുരഭി എസ്, വീണ എൻ, വീണ വി, വിഷ്ണുജ ചന്ദ്, All these were graduates of B.Tech from ECE department. Now M.Tech graduates. Aishwarya Biju. Adira B.S. Bini Vishwanath. Divya U. Pradeep. Jewel Mariam Thomas. Sri Lakshmi M. Vibil K. Alina Chandni. Anirudh P.S. Karthik Dev A.S. Ashwati J.S. Jayakrishnan K.S. Lakshmi V. Rajalakshmi A.K. Alfie Aydin. Anuradha K. Aradhi P. Daida Dilip. Neha Mariam Varghese. Veena Vijayan. Vaishnavi K. Ajmal M. Grishma Vishwanath. Kavya P.S. Sanjuna Mariam Matthew. Srishma T. Alina S.L. Amala Srihari. Divya Dilip. Hannah Shirley James. Megha PR. Parvati Anand. Shahina Begum. So these are the graduates from EC department for 2021. All the best for all the graduates. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I request all the graduates to please remain in your respective seats till the ceremony is over. Let's hear the names of computer science graduates from the head of the department, Dr. Sumesh Divakaran, requesting Dr. Bindu GR to hand over the certificates and Dr. Sunil Edward to hand over the medals.
B.Tech Computer Science and Engineering, Mr. Adarsh NP. Ajoy Brito Rex, Akhil Menon, Akshay Sebastian, Alan Anto, Albin Anthony, Amal Ashok, Amala Nelson, Anaha S. Ajit, Anand Sai, Aravind S. Ravindran, Archa R. Artana Ravindran, Chitra Parameswaran, Divya V, Divya Monsi, Gogul Krishna A.S., Gopal M, Hari Nair S, Gina Miria George, Jibin Jos, Joel Joseph Reggie, Joyce Varghese, M. Abhishek Nambiar, Matthew George, Muhammad Bilal A, Nahil Ahmad Hassan, Nandu Krishnan M.G., Nikhil Joji, Nimisha M, R. Harishankar, Rasla KK, Rakhna R. Nambiar, Samenyu A. Saji, Sharan Prasad, Sedu Lakshmi M, Sonu Sadanandan, Subin Sudan, Tirtha Muralidhar, Bimal Sebastian, Vinci KV, Vivek Unni, Vivek V, moving on to M.Tech, Aravind P, Pradeep V, Shivalakshmi Nair, Sneha K, Amrita Arun Arjun Sri Kumar. Beenu PV. Mithun Shaji. Renchu NR. Santosh S. Sharat S. Sauparnika Dinesh. Congratulations to all the graduates of 2020. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We have Dr. Bijin Eskotari, Head of the Department of Architecture, to announce the names of the graduates. I request Dr. Sunil Edward to hand over the certificates and requesting Additional Secretary C. Ajayan, sir, to hand over the medals.
Graduates from the Department of Architecture, Bachelor of Architecture, Architect Manish Chirail, Architect Lijit CB, Architect Namita PS, Architect Kavita KV, Architect Grace Henry, Architect Gayatri S. Kumar, Architect Amana Ismail P, Architect Adira Damodaran, Architect Neha Suresh, Architect Anugraha N, Architect Reema Rehmat, Architect Miduna Suresh, Architect Angela Darling, Architect Malavika M, Architect Nimi Mariam Sunny, Architect Sibin C, Architect Krishnach K, Architect Fatima Nasmin, Architect Manu Maliekil, Architect Arun M.R, Architect Tomin George, Architect Akshay Keti, Architect Fajaz OK, Architect Niranjana S. Kumar, Architect Amrita S, and Architect Abhi S. Raj. From Masters in Architecture, Urban Design, Architect Priya M, Architect Reshma PR, Architect Sweta Santosh, Architect Rubin Suresh, Architect Ali M. Sudan, and Architect Pooja P. Krishnan. From Masters in Planning, Specialization in Housing, Architect Amla Sali Paul, Architect Rini Thomas Kutti, Architect Shahina Muttu, Architect Agnes Rachel Simon, Architect Anne Joy, Architect Reshma Elizabeth George, Architect R.S. Vishnu, Architect Bharadraj T, Architect Anu D. Sabin, and Architect Anna John. Congratulations to all and all the very best to all the graduates.
Thank you, ma'am. Let me request Dr. Suresh Subramaniam, Director, MBA Department, to announce the names of the graduates. I request a Director of Technical Education, Dr. Baijubai TP, to hand over the certificates and a Principal to hand over the medals.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, good afternoon to all of you, my dear students. Anjit Krishna. Renu Hariharan. Gokul Krishnan. Harisri Gopal. Govind Dilip. Nasser Baby, Neetu B. Chandra, Jishnu, Sudhi S. Aradi, Devika, Ashwini Shankar, Revati S.J., Darshana R., Sweta and George, Aishwarya Sudhir, Reshma R., Babu Srishti, Abhijit Prem, Arya B.R., Ashwati S.R., Meenu M.V., S. Rahul, Adira Sudarshanan, Advait Soman, Lakshmi Jayakumar, Parvati B.A., Angel B.P., Alisha Subair, Grishma Anil, Arun Gopal, Ashwant R.S., Ronnie Matthew, Alisha Oscar, Yes Suman, Kartika Kishore, Shahrukh N, Sudhi Leon, Shyam B, Anija Johnson, Manisha Nair, Anjana K, M.S. Abhijit, Arya Suresh, Neeraja P. Vijayan, A.S. Adira, Aradi Pradeep, Jeffrey Jose, Karen Miriam John, Jumana Nawaz, R. Grishma, Sajin Sabu, sorry. Chindu K. Sivan, Akhil A, Akshay Ashok, Manas Tari, evening batch. Now I am announcing evening batch students graduating. Vaishak M. Nair, George Matthew, Mubashir, Anil Krishna K, Vijay Kumar SL, Ashwin Sri Kumar, Vinesh V, Arun R. Gopal, R. Anish, Anusri A. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to request the head of the Department of MCA, Dr. Baby Shaila, to announce the names of the graduates. I request Dr. Lakshmi A to hand over the certificates and Dr. Bindu GR to hand over the medals to the graduates.
Good evening all. Adeline Joseph, Aishwarya, Ajanya R, Alvin William, Anila Mohan, Arunima, Ashish, Adul, Chippy Mohan, Gogul G, Gogul K, Gobika, Gobi Krishna, Grishma, Hadi Rafat, Insaf, Jishnu, Shashwat, Maria George, Meenu, Muhammad Ashik, Nayana Marin Matthew, Rahul Raj, Revati Sandosh, Shabarinath, Sabina, Sachin, Sandhya, Selin Marwan, Shibin Siddharth, Sri Lakshmi, Subin S, Vaishag S, Varna Krishnan, Vijida V. Naya, and Edu Tambi. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. And congratulations, dear students. You can be officially called as graduates now. May I request our principal, Dr. Suresh Babu, to hand over the memento to our additional secretary, Sri Ajayan sir. I request our principal to hand over the memento to our Director of Technical Education, Dr. Baijubai TP. We have come to the closing of today's ceremony. To propose the vote of thanks, we have with us Dr. Bindu GR, Dean International Affairs.
Honorable Minister for Higher Education and Social Justice, Dr. R. Bindu Madam, in her absence here, I am calling her. Respected Dr. Baijubai Madam, Director of Technical Education. Respected Dr. Suresh Babu Sir, Principal CET. Dean PG Studies, Dr. Sunil Edward, Dr. Dean Research, Dr. Lakshmi, heads of various departments, dear graduates and their parents. It is such a great honor for me to be in a part of this wonderful event. Dear students of CET, or rather alumni of CET now, here you are in one of the most memorable events of your life. Hope you are all enjoying now. But mind you, when you step into the real world, you may come across situations that demand that you combine the knowledge that you acquired from here with the wisdom that your parents imparted to you. Giving up is not the answer, even if failure stares at you. Believe me when I say that most of us on this dais have gone through that phase of life and still survived and forged ahead through mere perseverance. So just go ahead and make an impact in the society on a global level, which is what our alumni have been doing in the past 80 odd years. May you be the best wherever you happen to be in your life. Now, coming to my duty of proposing the vote of thanks, in spite of her hectic schedule as a minister, Honorable Minister for Higher Education and Social Justice, Dr. R. Bindu Madam, had graced this function and blessed our graduates by distributing the certificates in her absence here. On behalf of the College of Engineering Trivandrum and on behalf of everyone present here, I thank Madam for this great gesture. Likewise, on behalf of this institution, I would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to our Director of Technical Education, Baiju Madam. I also thank Sri Ajayan C., Additional Secretary Higher Education, for gracing this occasion. I take this opportunity to thank our Principal, Suresh Babu Sir, for the support and encouragement that he rendered for this function. I also thank Dean PG Studies and Dean Research for their valuable presence and encouragement throughout this function. Thanks are also due to the heads of various departments for their active participation in this event. Let me also thank the entire team headed by Dr. Ajayan K.R., Head of the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, for having coordinated this function in a marvelous manner. Dear parents, you had entrusted us with your teenage kids, and we have tried to mold them into the best UG and PG graduates and PhD holders. Thank you very much for having had that confidence in us and for having made the time to be with us today. Your presence do matter to us. Thank you so much. Last but not the least, let me thank all of you who are in front of me, for you have made this function bright and successful, a resounding success. As the Lebanese poet Khalil Gibran said, when a small river joins a huge ocean, the river trembles with fear. When a small river, individuals like you, when you step on to the real world of ocean, the river trembles with fear. But then the fear disappears because the river will now know that it is not about disappearing into the ocean, but of becoming the ocean itself. You are all going to be the part of the real world to make it much better. Fear not, fear not. All our best wishes are always with you. Shoot for the stars. God bless you. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am, for your enlightening words. Now let's rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Go confidently in the direction of your dream. Live the life you have imagined. Thank you all and good night. The dinner has been arranged in the ground. Please note the dinner has been arranged in the college ground.